Hello, and welcome to Select 10. In this video, we will look at the top 10 new Hollywood films released in April and May 2024 on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV+. This list includes the best new science fiction, horror, action, and comedy films that you should see right now. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Arcadian. It is a 2024 action horror film directed by Ben Brewer. The movie is set in the far future, where a catastrophic event has left Earth in ruins. The core story is about Paul and his two boys, Thomas and Joseph, who live a life of daylight, with brief hours of calmness interrupted by terrifying nights. Every night, as dusk falls, they face off with a mysterious and vicious creature of evil that prowls the night. One evening, when Thomas doesn't come home before dark, Paul has no choice but to leave the safety of their defended farm and go looking for him. What follows is a terrifying battle for survival, forcing the family to devise a bold plan to combat the looming monsters of the night. Arcadian is a fantastic Nicolas Cage film featuring a strong horror narrative that tells a traditional tale of hiding and surviving with interesting characters and horrifying creatures. It's a low-budget good film that will remind you of A Quiet Place. For fans of monster stories, Arcadian is a must-watch despite its straightforwardness, displaying the enduring appeal of reimagining well-known stories. Number 9. Love, Lies and Bleeding. It is a 2024 romantic thriller film directed by Roseglass. The story is set in a remote New Mexico desert settlement in the 1980s and explores the complicated lives of gym supervisor Lou and bodybuilding star Jackie. Driven by desire, Jackie is preparing to set out for Las Vegas to pursue her dream of bodybuilding, but her friendship with Lou swiftly devolves into violence as they get caught in Lou's family's crime underworld, endangering the future they have together. The movie follows their adventure as it descends into a world of desire and vengeance that is drenched in blood. The film highlights the most unpleasant aspects of human nature, including harmful masculinity, psychotic parents, and profoundly wounded people enduring life's unforgiving punches. However, the light of love shines through this gloom, giving belief in a better future. This one is unique, give it a shot. Number 8. The Idea of You. It is a 2024 romantic comedy film directed by Michael Showalter. The main character of the story is 40-year-old single mom Celine, who gets herself involved in an unforeseen romantic relationship with 24-year-old vocalist Hayes Campbell of August Moon, the most well-known boy band in the entire world. Their first meeting takes place at the Coachella Music Festival, when Celine pitches in to accompany her daughter after her partner backs out. But managing Hayes' famous position comes with unexpected responsibilities, and Celine learns that living in the limelight has an additional set of problems. The film features a gripping romance that is enhanced by the remarkable performances of Hathaway and Galatzine. It examines how society views aging, as Celine struggles with the idea that she is too mature for Hayes, her romantic interest. Although humorous at first, the film loses some of its charm as it goes from lightheartedness to melodrama in the second half. Despite this change, it nevertheless provides thoughtful observations on the development of adulthood, especially in light of Celine's decisions. Number 7. Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. It is a 2024 supernatural comedy film directed by Gil Kenan. The film unfolds 2 years following the ending of Ghostbusters: Afterlife and focuses on Egon Spengler's family, who now live in the renowned New York City firehouse. Together, they continue the historic tradition of ghost hunting in the busy metropolis. However, they soon encounter an unexpected phenomenon when a monstrous creature from ancient times awakens and begins to wrap entire towns and populations in ice. The narrative progresses as more former Ghostbusters join them in their quest to track down the monster's origin and prevent it from taking out the entire planet. Although there are numerous characters in the film, there isn't much in-depth character development, which can leave some viewers wanting more. Frozen Empire is a thrilling and frightening film, but it suffers from a tedious plot, an unbalanced cast of characters, and an ordinary finale. Even though it's not as fantastic as Afterlife, it's still fun to watch once. Number 6. The First Omen. It is a 2024 supernatural horror film directed by Arkasha Stevenson. The narrative centers on Margaret, a young lady who is sent to Rome to serve the church. When she arrives, she encounters a menacing entity that causes her faith to fall apart and reveals a terrible plot involving the arrival of the Antichrist. Despite certain storyline flaws, most notably a meaningless conclusion that seems to have been created purely for franchise growth, the movie nonetheless works better than the last film that also tackled related subjects. It is impressive how well the film develops its idea and gives a well-known story a modern sound. It turns out to be a socially conscious and darkly captivating film with amazing performances and unsettling scenes that stay with you even after the final credits have rolled. Number 5. City Hunter. It is a crime comedy drama directed by Sato Yuchi. The narrative centers on Ryo Sipa, a witty private investigator who is well known for his adventures with ladies. He runs City Hunter, a covert crime-solving company, with his business partner Hideyuki Makamura, and the only way to get in touch with them is through a chalkboard at a Tokyo railway station. But when disaster befalls and Hideyuki is murdered, Siba is left to take care of Hideyuki's rebellious younger sister, Kaori, while they work together to solve the murder of his coworker. The movie struggles with the difficulties of adapting a manga, but stands apart from the rest of Netflix's adaptations. It is not as bad as some well-known disappointments like Death Note or Cowboy Bebop. But it also falls short of the superior standards set by adaptations such as One Piece. Although Netflix's attempt is admirable, it doesn't quite live up to previous City Hunter manga adaptations, but works largely due to its entertaining action scenes and some funny sequences. Number 4. Abigail. It is a 2024 horror action comedy film directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette. The plot revolves around a bunch of criminals who abduct Abigail, the child of a big mafia leader, and desire $50 million in exchange for her freedom, not aware that the girl is a vampire. What follows is a terrifying night in which the kidnappers get trapped within a castle with the Abigail and must use their abilities to survive while she starts to hunt them one by one in the most brutal manners. The story delivers a variety of horror subgenres, keeping fans on edge with unexpected twists and turns. The film excels with a bizarre ensemble of characters and thrilling action scenes that provide a wonderfully gory adventure that leans on its smart writing to breathe fresh life and a great sense of fun into vampire cliches. Number 3. Arthur the King. It is a 2024 adventure film directed by Simon Cellan Jones. The film narrates a gripping story about professional adventure racer Michael Light, who, over the course of a demanding 10-day, 435-mile trek, forges an unshakable friendship with a strong street dog named Arthur. The film is based on a remarkable true tale and centers on Michael's journey for salvation as he convinces an investor to allow him and his teammates to compete in the Dominican Republic Adventure Racing International Championship. As they endure great hardships, Arthur's presence alters their perceptions of triumph, loyalty, and friendship, turning the race into an assessment of their physical durability and mental power. Though it may come off as humorous, the film also addresses serious subjects like failures and forgiveness. Michael's leadership development and the perseverance of the team are admirable, but it is Arthur's loyalty that dominates the plot and has a lasting effect on audiences of all ages. Number 2. Cabrini. It is a 2024 biographical drama film directed by Alejandro Gomez Monteverde. The protagonist of the story is Francesca Cabrini, an Italian immigrant who arrived in New York City in 1889 during poverty and illness. The narrative centers on Sister Francesca Cabrini, who is sent by Pope Leo XIII to assist Italian immigrants in New York City. Upon her arrival, Cabrini and her sisters move into the destitute Five Points district, but Archbishop Michael Corrigan and Mayor Gould oppose their presence. Despite obstacles, Cabrini continues to fight for improved conditions and to disobey bias in order to fulfill her purpose of providing shelter and healthcare to the poor. Although Cabrini is too long, it provides an interesting look into the life of the well-known Catholic missionary and honors Cabrini's charity, highlighting her steadfast commitment to helping those in need. But at times, the writing comes across as very direct, and it could have done a better job of exploring Cabrini's connection with her order, rather than putting more emphasis on her friendship with Vittoria. Even with these shortcomings, Cabrini does a good job of capturing Cabrini's determination and commitment. Number 1. Godzilla -1. It is a 2024 Japanese epic kaiju film directed by Takashi Yamazaki. The story takes place in post-World War II Japan and centers on kamikaze pilot Shikishima, who survives an attack on Odo Island and witnesses a terrifying creature wreaking havoc and killing numerous warplane engineers. In the aftermath, Shikishima's burden increases when a homeless lady and her infant seek sanctuary in his home, while he becomes consumed with remorse for not being able to save plane engineers. In an effort to atone for his past mistake, Shikishima teams up with other veterans to take on Godzilla's enormous danger and prevent more chaos in the nation. The film shines out as a visually spectacular and emotionally compelling drama that infuses the kaiju battle with deep emotion and flawless execution. The remarkable visual effects in the film add to its impact. Godzilla's first arrival on a dark seashore is especially striking. In contrast to its predecessors, which frequently concentrated only on conveying an environmental message, Godzilla Minus One explores issues of cowardice, shame, fellowship, and compassion, which makes the characters more approachable and the action more interesting. Surpassing the original 1954 classic, the film has become one of the best in the series, owing to its concerned approach and multifaceted characters. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.